Thank you so much for that. TV and radio host Nick Cannon shared some devastating news earlier this week. The Masked Singer host revealed his son Zen died from a brain tumor at just 5 months old. Cannon and Zen's mother, Alyssa Scott, learned about the brain tumor just a couple of months ago. Zen was the youngest of Cannon's 7 children. The family says the baby boy went through surgery to remove the tumor around Thanksgiving, but then things took a turn for the worst. Right now, more than 15,000 children in the United States are diagnosed with cancer. Most of the early signs, though, are picked up by parents and family members. So we do want to bring in to talk to us more about this Dr. Amy Smith. She's a pediatric oncologist at Orlando Health's Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. Good morning to you. It is good to see you this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You know, it's such a sad thing to hear. 5 months old, and Nick Cannon himself said, listen, we noticed that the baby's head was a little bigger. We noticed the baby had a little bit of a cough, but they thought it was maybe just a sinus infection. But they ended up taking him into the doctor for what they thought was a sinus infection. It ultimately turned out not to be that. What signs or symptoms should parents be on the lookout for?
So pediatric cancer is a very broad, a broad spectrum of diseases. When we think about brain tumors, most of the time, you really just want to be watching out for normal development. And for brain tumors specifically in infants under the age of 1, where their head is still expandable, oftentimes those babies, their heads will be growing too fast. Sometimes their eyes will not be able to look up if they have hydrocephalus, which is essentially a blockage of the normal fluid flow of the brain. Sometimes they will have excessive vomiting, or they might not be able to move one of their extremities, or they may have a droopy face. But to be honest, the things that we've learned over time is that going to the pediatrician regularly, watching for regular growth and development. If growth is either not happening appropriately, or if the child's head is growing too fast, those are often very important signs. But the most encouragement I can give to families is just that, take your child in the first year of life, especially. They are supposed to go to the pediatrician very regularly. Mm-hmm. The pediatricians are trained to watch after those signs. But if you, as the mom and dad, notice anything that's unusual about your child, that you are concerned about, bringing them to medical attention as soon as you can is always the most important thing to do.
You know, doctor, how common are brain tumors in children, and specifically hydrocephalus? I mean, this is something that they didn't even think was even a possibility for their child.
Absolutely. It's not something that any of us as parents think about. Myself included. So brain tumors are the second most common type of cancer that happen in childhood. Leukemia is number 1, which is cancer of the bloodstream. Brain tumors are number 2, but they come in all different kinds. And if you look at all childhood brain tumors, about 5 to 8% of them happen in children less than the age of 1. And the signs and symptoms are all related to where is the location of the tumor. And if the fluid is being blocked from the upper part of the brain, I see you showing a picture there, mm-hmm. and it's like a plumbing system. And think about when you get hair or something stuck in your sink and the water begins to build up. It's the same thing with hydrocephalus. If there's a tumor or a mass blocking the flow of fluid, then that's going to back up. And in a baby whose head is expandable, the head is going to grow much more rapidly. That's what the definition of hydrocephalus. There are other causes of hydrocephalus. Infections can do that, other developmental things. But essentially anything that blocks that fluid or causes the body to make too much of the fluid will cause hydrocephalus. And again, the symptom in a baby is that the head expands. If the fontanelle has been closed, mm-hmm. In a little bit older child, you'll see often off-balance walking, shaking eye movements, vomiting, lethargy. Those are symptoms of that.
All right, doctor, very good advice. And as always, when in doubt, go to the doctor to get it checked out. You can never be too careful. Dr. Smith, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Have a great day. Ryan.